All right, so in today's video, we're going to go over how to upgrade and cancel SaaS plans for your clients in GoHighLevel. And we're going to do that by sharing my screen, and let's go. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is take a look at how we're going to set in the SaaS configurator how to let your customers upgrade or cancel themselves. And so if we're in the SaaS configurator, we're going to go to advanced settings right here. And then here is where you would set right here, allow sub-account admins to upgrade their subscription. And then if you want to add new plans feature upon upgrading, then you can click on that as well. Now, if you want the sub-account admins to be able to cancel, you can check this off as well. Now, for best practices and by default, this is turned off. I believe, as well as high level, that the best way to reduce churn, meaning basically people canceling, is getting them to email you or contact you so that you can find out what exactly is, the problem, and so you can try to reduce churn by that way. All right, but I'll also show you how to do this. If you decide that you don't want to deal with that, then you can allow the customer themselves to cancel their subscription. Both of these features are also customizable at per client or customer individual sub level. Let's say for example, if I decide that at this moment in time, I want to set this to cancel the subscription, any accounts that is created after the fact will be set according to what I set it now. Any previous sub account that was set before, it would be different, right? So that means that you may have to go into each of the sub accounts and change it on each individual sub account level. Let's go take a look at the sub account level and how you can customize it for each sub account. So let's go into sub account. I'm going to show you this specific customer, and we're going to click on let's move my face over here, and we're going to go and click on manage. Now you can also click manage, or you can click on the client name. And let's move my face over here. All right, so now once you're in the account, let's click on SaaS. And as you can see here, you have the ability to customize it on each individual sub-account level. So let's just say for this particular customer, or client, you want to change to allow the client to cancel their subscription. You can do it so here as well on each individual sub-account. All right, so let's go take a look at this specific customer's sub-account. Now, like I said, you have to be logged in as them and not at the agency level. I'm logged in as the account admin, and I'm going to go to settings, and then we're going to billings. And as you can see right here, want to modify or cancel. Now, if you click on this, you can see as well, you can upgrade here, and you can also cancel as well as here, right? Now, if you want to upgrade, as you can see here, they have now the ability to upgrade here as well. There are 3 plans available. And then if you want to cancel, you can cancel, and it'll tell you what features. It'll ask you some questions, and then let's just say, and then if you want to cancel, you have to confirm by typing in cancel and then cancel subscription. Now, let me show you when there is no, when we turn off the ability to cancel. So let me go ahead and turn this off. As you can see here, I turned it off, and it automatically saves. Now I'm back at this page. I just want to refresh this page. Let me go back to the dashboard and then go back to billing. And then let's go and click on modify cancel. As you can see, there is no cancel button. All right, so now this is by default set by high level, and this is what I also encourage as well. All right, so now let's go over where you from your end as the agency user or agency admin, you changing the SaaS plans on your end rather than having the customers do it. Now, when would you need to do that? Well, maybe you have a customer that is on a plan that they're not readily in their account all the time, and they just called you or they email you and say, hey, I want to upgrade my account to the next plan higher up. And so in this example, we have the professional, premium, and the platinum. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do it on your end. All right, so for this purpose, we're going to go to a specific customer. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into this specific customer right here. And we're going to go and click on manage. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go switch into the sub account to find their invoice number. Now, the other option is if you know their customer email address, that's another method to look, because you will have to go into Stripe. If you're connected with Stripe, you will need to go into the Stripe account to find their account. All right, so then we're going to go to settings, and then we're going to go to billings, and then you're going to go to payments and go and look for their last invoice. In this case, you have this invoice number, and you're going to copy that invoice. And what we're going to do is copy the invoice. And then what you're going to do is go into Stripe. Once you're in Stripe, if you already know the customer's information, their email, you can do the search here and find that account. But to make sure that you have the right customer, you go and find their last invoice. And then what you're going to do is you're going to paste that invoice. And then you're going to find that customer right here, and you're going to click on that invoice. And then you're going to go down to where it says bill to and the name, and you're going to click on that person's name. And then you're going to go to where it says subscription, and you're going to click on that 3 dot, and you're going to update the subscription. And then what you're going to do is, this is their current plan, and what you want to do is you want to add the product and add the higher level, right? In this case, it's the $497, as you can see right there. And there we go. And so we've added that $497 up here. And what you're going to do is you're going to remove the other product. And so we removed it. And then what you want to do is if you want to prorate, and this is typically what you probably would want to do, because it's going to invoice them immediately and it's going to prorate, and then you want to charge proration amount immediately, right? And so that way, I'm not sure why this is the free trial is set. It should actually be 0, because that's going to make things a little bit awkward. And then you're going to click update subscription, and as you can see right here, this amount due immediately is this amount based on proration, upgrading it to the next level. All right, so once you do that, what we're going to do is we're going to go into the agency account, because now you have to give them access to the additional features that they've upgraded into. All right, so now let's go look for that customer, and we're going to go to that specific customer, and we're going to go into his account, and then we're going to click on SaaS. And then as you can see here, now if they've upgraded, then you have to give them access. And so basically the highest plan gives them access to everything. And so we're going to click on all of the associated features, and we're going to click save, and then now they have access to all of the features. All right, so the last thing we're going to discuss is canceling the customer's account on your end. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go to a specific customer that they wanted to cancel, and we're going to go into that account. Now there are specific things that you have to do as mandatory, and one of them happens to be that if they have non-complimentary credits meaning that if when you first set up the SaaS account, if you've set up complimentary credits, you don't have to give those back. But if they have paid for some credits, then you have to give that back if they cancel. And so what we're going to do is, the first thing you're going to do is you need to first disable the SaaS. Now, before you disable the SaaS, one thing I definitely recommend that you do is to go into the sub account and export all of the transaction. Let me show you how to do that. Let's go into the sub account. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to settings, and then we're going to go to billings. And then what we're going to do is go to wallets and transactions. And then here are detailed transactions. And what you want to do is you want to click on export. And you want to export all of these transactions, because once you disable the SaaS, all of this information will be removed and you won't be able to get that back. So as a matter of record keeping, you want to make sure you do that. Okay. And then let's go to that specific account. And then what you want to do is you want to disable SaaS, and then you just want to make sure that you confirm that you discussed it with your client. You acknowledge that all of your billing data ledger will be lost. So as I said, you want to download and export those. And then I understand this action is irreversible. And so you want to disable the SaaS. Okay. And then when you do that, then it's going to ask you, do you want to cancel this subscription? And so I would go ahead and make sure that you check that off, and then make sure that you go into Stripe and see that the account, that customer has subscription has been canceled. Another two things to make note of is that you want to make sure that if you have Twilio or Mailgun set up, you want to make sure those connections are deleted as well. And then lastly, with regard to whether you want to keep the data for the customer, for the client, let's say you want to keep the data for let's say a couple of months or for a year or whatever, you would go ahead and go to the team settings and then remove the user. You can do that, and so that way that the user does not exist in your system, and so that way they will no longer have access to your account. And then but if you don't want to keep the data, then you can go ahead and click action, and you can delete this sub account. And so if you delete the sub account, you just want to make sure that you've discussed it with so right now I haven't disabled the SaaS mode, so you would disable it first, and then you would check this off, that you discussed it with your client, and then this action is irreversible. So another thing to make note of, that you want to make sure that you delete any lead connector campaigns, A2P campaigns, and then afterwards delete the phone number as well, right? Because those you cannot get back as well. Okay. And so this, once you delete the sub account, it will be deleted in 24 hours. And so you do have 24 hours to change your mind if for whatever reason the client comes back and say, hey, I want your account, then you can turn that off. All right. All right. So I hope this video was helpful. That was a complete overview of upgrading and canceling SaaS plans for your clients. I hope to see you next time. Bye now.